Michigan exhibition. See, I hate that we're already doing this, but like Michigan looked really good at their exhibition card. They only won by 13 against Ferris State, which is objectively a really bad result. However, they were up 19 points at halftime. They were up 30 with 12 minutes left in the game, and then Juwan Howard promptly sat everybody who's going to play real rotation minutes. I'll start with a negative that I thought was very clearly a negative. I think this team has a lot of bodies as far as depth goes, but I think they don't have any quality Big Ten players off the bench other than Doug McDaniel, who I don't think might be coming off the bench for too long. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think he's special. But they really are a 6-man team. Like, you're looking at the 7th guy being Isaiah Barnes right now. That's not very good. Terrace Reed was pretty messy and kind of all over the place. So I don't know. I like some of the best teams in the country play with 6 guys and they all play 30, and that works out really well. I don't know that this Michigan team is going to be good enough with that, but if it is, it's because Kobe Buffkin and Jett Howard are all caps dudes, and holy shit, did that come out of nowhere. Jett Howard, 30 points in roughly 20 minutes. You've called him a child actor every time we've ever talked about him. He does have acting credits. Apparently, he also has future NBA credits to his resume right now because, I mean, he looks so much like a one and done in the first game. Shot's pretty, but it like comparing him to Caleb Houston, like he's going to play the Houston role. He shot off the move more than I've ever seen Caleb Houston make shots off the move. Like, the type of threes he was taking were different and next level. And it bodes incredibly well that the shot looked that good. Kobe Buffkin's dunking on dudes and hitting step back threes. I don't know where the hell that came from. I wish I never jumped off the Kobe Buffkin hype train because you and I led that last year. And then I basically said all offseason I was wrong. Kobe stinks. I never should have jumped off. Like, we got to remember, Cart. We're talking about replacing Eli Brooks here. And God bless Eli Brooks. But Eli Brooks is going to have a fine career in finance or landscaping or whatever he wants it to be. Kobe Buffkin should be an NBA player. He's a McDonald's All-American. No shit, he's good. Like, no shit, the sophomore who played in the McDonald's All-American game is doing some things now. He never had the leash last year. I'm back all the way in. You watched the highlights. What do you make of Michigan's exhibition?
I'm not falling for the 2 things. One, I'm not falling for the Kobe Buffkin. That's fake. It's fake. I'm telling you right now. If you want to head over to DraftKings right now, there's actually a player prop, Kobe Buffkin, under 11.5 points. Go feed your future kids with that because you can hammer the under. I'm telling you right now.
What was fake about the dunk? You saw the dunk. What was fake about that?
He should have done. All right, yeah, Kobe Buffkin can dunk.
On a dude's head, though.
Yeah,
like that wasn't just like an uncontested dunk. That was in the half court on a dude's head.
Yeah, that's the type of dunk you want to do on your future teammate, probably. Because there's better chance that he finishes his career at Ferris. Now, let's move on.
Come on.
Jett's special. Jett is special. But I will say this. This was a perfect game for Jett to kind of show that he is that one and done because offensively, he is special. We know that. Where I think he's going to struggle, though, is I think on the defensive end. He's going to struggle. A game against Ferris State, there's no one on that Ferris State team that can go at him and make him work on the defensive end. That's where I think he needs to take some more steps to being a better player. But then when you think about it, moving forward throughout this year and in the Big Ten, are there really any wings that can necessarily attack Jett and expose it? I mean, who's the best wing in the Big Ten? Terrence Shannon, and he's not even a wing; he's probably a guard. Like, I mean,
yeah. Shannon or
there's there's not really that really really good wing that can make him work on both ends of the floor. So, I mean, it was special. Honestly, I will say that I can't hate on it. The child actor did get some buckets, but let's relax a little bit, okay? It was Ferris.
Okay, that's fine. I'm all for let's downplay big performances in exhibitions. That's fine. At the same time, I'm never going to do that. And here's just straight up, Cart. Caleb Houston and Max Christie combined in their college careers, 0 22-point games. Jett Howard had 22 in his first half in a Michigan uniform. Like, I don't care who you're playing. If they left him in that full game, Cart, he was going to get 40. Like, they subbed him out with 16 minutes left on the clock. He had 30. And I'm not saying
Okay, but while we're on the topic of how, are we just gonna overlook the fact that Jace Howard was one of the first people off the bench?
Nepotism is strong with Michigan right now. But listen, if as long as Jet is on the floor and doing anything close to what he did in this game, he can start Janine at the 4 for all I care. I swear to God. Like, give me all the Howards. Give me every single Howard, Doug McDaniel, Hunter Dickinson. This team might win the Big Ten with that. I swear. Now, look, Jet defensively looked like Kobe Buffkin did last year. Pretty clueless, pretty lost. That's not good. This team's not going to be good defensively at all, though, in my opinion. Like, I think Doug McDaniel is a pest defensively. And like I said, I think Doug's going to end up starting by the end of this season. From what I saw, look, I jumped around on Llewellyn. I didn't like the ad. I'm sick of the transfer portal PG method here. I think my biggest gripe with that, straight up, is that watching Devontae Jones last year, it took him the whole year to get comfortable. Like, it literally took him like 3 months just to figure out how he ingrains himself within a team that has Hunter Dickinson and NBA talent around him. And Devontae Jones is a good player. Don't get me wrong. Like, Jalen Llewellyn's also a good player. But these guys that come from different systems and totally different levels of play, and then you thrust them in for 5 months on a roster, like, it's just highly unlikely they're going to be a top 5 guy at their position in the Big Ten. And I think that's the adjustment period for Llewellyn. Like we saw with Tyson Walker last year. Tyson Walker was a fraction of what he can be as a player. Now, if Llewellyn a year from now comes back, then maybe he looks better, but I don't expect big things from him this year. And it's frustrating to me because the problem is he's going to start every game. And if he is limited in production, then like next year, are you going to be comfortable giving the keys to Doug McDaniel? Or are you going to be like, well, we need someone more proven? Doug's only been a bench guy. Like, it's just frustrating to me. So long story short, I think Doug McDaniel's special. I think he was making pick and roll reads that Llewellyn wasn't making. He was attempting off the dribble threes. None of them went in. They clanged off the rim. Do you think I care that he's small, Cart? He's a monster. He had 10 points immediately in like 16 minutes. He's a killer. You can do that all you want. Like, I promise you, the frustrating thing for me is that Doug, if he was on your team, would be your favorite player ever. And I just want to experience that with you because he's my favorite player ever, Cart. Oh, God. All right. Should we move on? I hate you. You're not even going to ever talk about Doug. You're just going to make jokes about how small he is.
He's tiny.
He's good at basketball.
He's good. In a game against Ferris State, that's great.
All right. You can build a team out of these 4 players, and you have to pick 2. AJ Hoggard, Tyson Walker, Jalen Llewellyn, Doug McDaniel. What 2 are you picking?
Give me Llewellyn and Hoggard.
Okay. I don't know who my 2 are, but Doug McDaniel's one of them. That's the only one I know. Let's move on.